Welcome to the Sackdown.
Ooh, stash 100 bands under the mattress. I'm tryna run my bands up, they can't catch us. Bitch, I'm self-made, I don't take no pay cut. Every day I'm just tryna run my sack up. Ooh, stash 100 bands under the mattress. I'm tryna run my bands up, they can't catch us. Bitch, I'm self-made, I don't take no pay cut. Bitch, I'm self-made, don't take pay cups. Sippin' on purple like the Lakers. In the bando, tryna scrape up. Might jug me some, might take some. I stayed down for what I had to wait for. No sleep, young nigga had to wake up. Can get a pound for if your cake up. A young nigga might fuck around and bake some. She can get shit for the LO. Young nigga just ring my metro. I got the gas for you, I got the petrol. I got the OG, I got the best smoke. Get shit for the LO. Young nigga just ring my metro. I got the gas for you, I got the petrol. I got the OG, I got the best smoke. Every day I'm just tryna run my sack up.
Welcome
Stash 100 bands under
to
the
week
mattress.
5 to the Sackdown. I'm your host, Stormy D. Chase of Base. It's good to have you back, man. You've been busy working at Austin City Limits, man. How's the week been? How you doing? Catch us up.
Good, man. Long fucking weekend. Happy to be back. Johns, he did a hell of a job filling in. Enjoying a fresh beer. And good to see you guys, man.
All right, man. We got a good week ahead. We've got scores. We've got standings, a little recap, BJ's bonehead move of the week. We've got Chase's cheap shot. Spread 'em. That's Danny Cheats talking over there. And I'm not talking about your assholes. I'm talking about the scores. Chase, let's kick it off with a week 5 review, man. It was an interesting week.
Hey, missed you guys. It was a tough week away. But dude, a lot going on in the league. Tough week for some of us, myself included. I'll start us off right there. Johnsy, once the beat drops, takes me down. It was brutal. Brutal to watch. I didn't get to see a lot of it, but fuck me. Was texting Johnsy a little bit. It was tough. The classic Mix and Connor duo just dominated me. And for the first time ever, I believe, Testa may be able to chime in on this, but the tight end position and then the tight end flex. Johns beat me with a dual tight end lineup, which I don't think has ever been done before.
I actually I talked him into that one. I told him I knew he was gonna play, but he was gonna play AP over Jimmy Graham, and I said it's a bad idea. The Saints, it's gonna be a shootout. Get AP out of there.
Yeah.
And he agreed, so we made a joint decision after like about 11 IPAs on Saturday night, and it worked out well.
Yeah, first time ever. So Johns, well done there. My team just shit the bed, man. The return of Mark Ingram proved to be enough to take down both of my Saints guys, which what I said 2 weeks ago, if those guys are playing like shit, it's game over for me. So pretty clear what happened. Next, Sass, fucking guy, Cooper Kupp strikes again. The Rams duo. Yeah, I mean, what else is there to say? He has Todd Gurley. He has Cooper Kupp. Two Rams guys are almost unfair.
Gurley's got to have a hog the size of maybe both our faces.
At least. It's 10 times the size of my dick. I know that. It's the guy's a fucking beast, man. Yeah, I mean, Kupp and then Gurley, and Scotty, I mean, moment of silence, I guess, for Scotty. I don't know. I mean, the guy's struggling. He's got his 2 best running backs out. You know, I feel bad for the guy, and I hate to say it, but I'm sure Dan's are getting some calls and texts, and all of us are thinking it. Where's Greg Deemer? I don't know. I feel like that's where I'm at. You know, Scotty, you might get relegated. We might need Deemer back in the game.
Too soon, man. Too soon.
I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. I don't know. But Scotty, you know, hang in there, buddy. There's better days for you. Next, new week, new name, same Wendell. You know, I don't know what else the guy can do to improve his team.
We talked about it last week. I mean, Mike's literally had one of the unluckiest seasons in fantasy history, putting up so many points, but he's played against a high score 3 out of 5 weeks, I think. Kind of had a bad week this week, and that's expected sometimes, but just a rough go for him. And I do attribute it to him not putting enough effort into his team names, and that's where the fantasy gods kind of strike down. They throw, Zeus is throwing the lightning down at Mike.
Right.
And show a little respect, man. You didn't even change your name after last week, and that's just disrespectful.
I agree. I think John's said it perfectly. He was able to play with those things, and they're made from the best stuff on earth. I've heard some stories from a few guys in and around the league. I've heard they're great. And Mike, you just continue to disappoint everybody in the league with these team names and just your overall performance on the field. It's not good, and I don't know what to tell you, but you need to just fucking turn it around, man.
Gotta be a practice player, be the guy that gives it 100% on the practice field, because that translates over to game day. Right? Ask Eli. Ask Coach Gardner if anybody knows.
Right.
Eli.
I know you guys aren't super close, but if you need his number, I can give it to you. We can figure something out. You need a little
Stonehill .football.edu. The direct shot to Coach.
Yeah, that's the direct line. Bypass the secretary. That's right into the office. But yeah, Wendell, can you do anything right? I don't know. You can't pick a team name. You can't set a good lineup. You can't win a fucking game. I don't know. The team names are karma. The disrespect, we've already talked about it. It's not acceptable. Stormy, you had a good week. You're sticking with AA Ron, and the guy came through for you. He's been hobbling a bit. But you came and play this week, and OBJ, the guy tossed the TD pass. Nice little added value bonus point there before he actually caught a touchdown pass on the year, which is kind of shocking.
It's OBJ.
Yeah, the guy, it looked better than what Eli is doing right now. The guy's struggling big time. And honestly, maybe a little Wildcat, maybe a little some QB throwback stuff. I don't know what the deal is, but OBJ looked good. Solid win for you. Kind of right in the ship. Dev, always a pretty confident manager. I think you would agree with that, Testa. He's a pretty confident guy all around, and guy likes to talk a little bit of shit. Dropped his second in a row. The old Ricky Seals-Jones spot start didn't come to fruition. I think came out at 0 points, if I read that right. Just a tough start. And then Will Fuller, you can only ride that guy so much. You can only go to the well so many times. The guy, I think, had 7 catches on the year and had like 5 touchdowns. Same thing happened last year. The guy's eventually going to run out of steam, and it looks like, it's already starting. But, a good week from Calamito. Can't just, fault Dev. Cali, it was a bit of a pillow fight, but, he had another bad performance from Julio.
Wait, Chase, can you just hold it here for a second? I have breaking news coming in. Matt Calamito has dropped Ben Watson. My God, people, get to the waiver wire. This is hot. This is hot off the press. You've got a top 65 tight end out there right now who can score you some points. Okay. All right, back to you, Chase. Thank you.
I think waivers hit tomorrow at 10 a.m., so I'm looking forward to seeing the fab dollars fly. Yeah. Hot tip from Shefty. I'm glad you got the plug on that one. But yeah, Cali just kind of plugging along. Another one. Good. Another one, his first round pick, Julio, kind of underperforming. The guy's just kind of holding on, but Brady and Michelle were able to, carry on. Just solid week from Matt. Next up, the Duke Nukem gets back on track with the resurgence of David Johnson. I think we've all been kind of wondering and almost laughing at Eli's team just because I think he was the 3rd pick in the draft. You're not going to win if your first-round pick is not doing anything. We've all been there. We've all done that. We've all fucking been on that ride before, and it's not fun. So good to see Eli get back on track with David Johnson coming back in. Big Ben, I think he played at home this week, and it showed. The guy can actually perform. Carver, I don't know. What's there to say? The guy continues to struggle. I'm not really sure what's going on there. Usually a pretty confident manager, and is able to kind of sniff some of the sneaky plays out and score some points. But I'm not sure what's going on. Maybe it's a team name. I don't know.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I don't know if I fully get the team name. Maybe that's an error on my part.
Yeah, I don't. It's I think it's a mix of a few things. I think guy's a big Mario Kart guy, and I think has always really, really dominated everyone in Mario Kart. So I think it's a little jab at all of us, but maybe a little Trump action, little Trump dick action. I don't know. It's a weird name. I'm kind of uncomfortable even looking at it when I kind of recap the scores. It's a weird thing. It's not as bad as Mike's, as bad as Wendell's, but it's there.
Second worst in the league, or third worst because Wendell had the first two, I guess.
You're right. Yeah. Correct. Last but not least, the Juju had another monster week. The guy's team is good, man. He had his first high score of the year, I believe. Got Julian Edelman back. And then he's been riding Austin Hooper for fucking God knows how long. Seems like 5 weeks now. Finally paid off. I mean, going off, I think he had 16-ish points. It was solid. And then for Joyce, his Falcon duo, Calvin Ridley finally fucking stopped doing Julio Jones shit and really cooled off. And then Devontae Freeman came back and just wasn't the same Devontae Freeman. So Joyce was a hot team. He had the last two high scores. And, kind of a big win for Jack. A lot of momentum kind of swinging in his direction and kind of maybe take the wind out of Joyce's sails here,
Yeah, I agree.
Next up, the start of the week. I got to give this one to my co-host, Stormy Daniel here. I'm going to fuck this name up, but he started Marquez Valdez Scantling, I think is what that is.
A G at the end. Super.
Scantling. Yeah. So this guy, apparently, when you're 1-3, you do a little bit. You dig a little deeper than most people do.
You over-research. You do.
Right, yeah. All the fantasy podcasts, all the fucking rankings. You really get deep. And he managed to fucking scrape this guy up, sift him through, and the guy's owned in 3.7% of ESPN fantasy leagues. Owned. Not started, owned. And plugs him in, and he gets 16.7 points. Well done. I mean, it takes a lot it takes a sack to start that guy. Roster him, let alone start him.
Sometimes you need a little luck, man, when you're 1-3 and desperate for a win. I would have done anything. Literally anything. I mean, I'd have been out on the street, meeting some strange guys out there if I had to, whatever it takes for a win.
Dude, it paid off. And you're at 2-3 and you're right in the thick of things, which is good for you. Manager of the week, Jackie. Solid week. High score. You took down a hot Sneezing Pandas team. Like I, already alluded to, Joyce back-to-back high scores. Guy was really feeling himself and able to take him down.
Hey, that goes to all the work he's done in the offseason. He had his mindset on getting Adam Thielen and Juju Smith-Schuster. No one knows how to say that name. Very complicated.
Yeah.
But hats off to you, my friend. I don't want to mess with my hair. But great draft. We'll see how it works out the rest of the way.
Yeah, I mean, Jack always on Snapchat, the Sack Up Snapchat, he posts the first screenshot of the fantasy podcast in July. I mean, the guy's into it. He won one title with Zeke. He still has the socks. I still have the fucking pictures to prove. He sent me a picture every goddamn day in the off season. The guy's into it. He loves it,
He really does the work. And sometimes you got to beat him in the off season, and this is the case of that.
Yeah, can't fault him for that. Next up, we have the cheap shot of the week. But, as always, our word from our sponsor.
Yeah, Chase, thanks for kicking that over, man. So, this is a super special sponsor today. I think we got a great deal for everybody on the line here. So, are you an on-time person, Chase? Consider yourself an on-time person? Do you show up early to meetings? To meet up with friends? Well, fear no more, my friend, because I've got the device for you, and this is Brian John's Fuck It alarm clock. So when you're using this device, you never will be on time for anything, ever, in any situation whatsoever, ever. So if you want to disappoint your friends, anger your coworkers, really piss your family off, this is a great tool. If you just go to neverinahurry.com, that's capital N, everinahurry.com, type in the code SACKUP, and you're going to get 15% off, and from here on out, you can be what they call a lady, right? And that's someone who's always going to be late. So, really cool, really great promotion for all of our listeners out there.
It's a one-time deal, too. This is a startup company. John's has been kind of, there's been some prototypes out there. He's been using it. Testing has been for at least the last decade.
Taking his time.
Yeah, I think he's finally really gotten this product honed in, and he wants to bring it to market. I applaud that. It's been a long time coming, and I think we can all benefit from it.
You're gonna love it. I almost got fired today, so great.
Right. Yeah. Again, this is week 3. We can't do without the sponsors. I don't know how we can't stress that enough.
What keeps us going? Yeah,
just a great group of guys, great group of, sponsors. So, next cheap shot of the week. I gotta go. This is it's tough to do talking shit to the guy that's 5-0, but Sass, the Corey Clement start, kind of inexcusable. And I know, you're 5-0, you have the highest points scored, blah, 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 fuck off. But, this is going to come back to haunt you at some point. Gurley's going to regress. It's going to happen. Cooper Kupp is, he'll come back to life at some point. Goose eggs are going to lose you games. And the Corey Clement thing is just inexcusable. So, I get you're 5-0. I get it. But you got to clean it up, man. It's going to go back to biting the ass. And Sass, we've seen the story before. You could be a sparkler at times. You start off hot. There's some fucking sparkles and fireworks, and then bam, you're out of the playoffs. So, or you didn't make the playoffs. Even worse. So just, we got to, keep the ball rolling here, figure the lineup out, and keep it going.
All right. Moving on, we are going to spread them. Not your assholes, just the scores. That's our motto here. So, let's kick it off. Sass, the large favorite, minus 8.5 over your co-host, Stormy Daniel.
Hey, real quick, I don't mean to interrupt you here. Just recapping last week's picks. You and Johns did a pretty good job, but I feel like we need to keep a tally of kind of what you're doing over there,
Sure, yeah.
So last week, you picked Sass with he was given 42. Didn't cover that. So you're 0-1 to start off.
I think we say what the spread is, but we actually just go for who's going to win as a pick 'em.
Oh, did we change it? Okay.
No, we didn't change it. I just think that's what we did last week because we had 16 IPAs before we started.
Fair. Okay. So this segment is irrelevant.
I think every game's a pick 'em.
Perfect. Okay, so I don't know what your record was. So I was going to
I
go
will say spread again this week because I think it's important to know what spread is.
Spread it. Back to you.
Bam, bam. I mean, that's the name of the segment. So, Sass minus 8.5 over Stormy. Look, it's physically impossible for Sass to cover that. First off. And secondly, it's impossible for him to win. His team's due for regression. Todd Gurley's on pace for 36 touchdowns. It's over, Sass. I'm sorry. 6-0 is not in sight, so better luck next week. I got this one in the bag. It's a no-brainer. Jack, minus 11 over Carry-On. I'm just taking Jack here, and what it is, it's Carry-On's running backs that are kind of scaring me off a little bit. Philip Lindsay, Mark Ingram on a bye. I think that's really going to hurt him. Versus got a strong receiving core, some solid running backs. Got to go with Jack here. Stay in the flames, as they call it.
Yeah, I think Dev's trying to figure a couple things out too. You know, I think a little bit of identity crisis, not really sure what's happening there. And Jack is just, the guy's locked in. You know?
Yeah.
Guy just got his first buck. I mean, the guy's riding fucking high. Personal life, fantasy world. This guy's living the dream right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's the ultimate life hot streak.
It is.
Eli plus 13 versus Johns. I gotta go with Johns here. I just think we talked about this in the past. But Eli's just got his hands full. I don't think he's got the time to manage both teams. And the priority for whatever reason goes to Stonehill and not the fantasy team, which I disagree with. We don't have to get into it. There's probably a whole nother show where we talk about Eli's dedication to this.
It's a sideshow for sure. We need to do it, yeah, like a after the fact, like behind the scenes.
Yeah.
30, if you will. I don't know. Something along those lines.
But I got Johns in this one in a runaway. Calamito is surprising. Minus 8.1 over Joyce. And I don't want to scare the viewers away here, but it's getting a little warm in here. This is the Stone Cold Lock of the Week. Boom! It's going to MJ, Mike Joyce. Look at what Calamito's running out there. He should be embarrassed. I think that Joyce might win by, I don't know, 70, maybe, minimum.
Stone Cold Lock.
Lock it in, dude. Lock it in.
You know what's great? I just found that shirt. I was cleaning out my last box since I moved in. Found the fucking marriage. It's
shrunk.
Joyce, the shirt is tiny. Your head did not shrink at all. It's still the same size. It's incredible. Really, I don't understand.
Mike Joyce had impossible.
Yeah, physically impossible. Anyway,
Donald Trump minus 1.5 over Chase. This is my closest one of the week. The matchups to me are just very equal. This is my pick'em game. It's just the toss-up Chase. No offense, man. I don't know who's going to take this one. Dan's got a little bit of injury on the running back, so I guess I'm going to lean your way. Your way. And I'm going to take you in a close one here. But Dan's kind of got that boom and bust type of team.
Yeah.
Yeah, but final call goes to you.
Half my team is on a bye week too, so Saints are not playing this week. So
no Mara, no Thomas. Gonna be an interesting matchup. I'm looking forward to see who you run out there.
It's got to be. Yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be fun.
And then we got Wendell right now is a minus 32.9 over Scott. That's got to do with Scott not filling in his quarterback position yet. Stafford's on a bye. So that'll help alleviate that, but still probably puts him at a 19 or 18.5 favorite. I'm taking Mike. Mike's had a great year. He had one down week where he lost to me, but other than that, the guy's been rolling. So I think Melvin Gordon, the Chargers, and Phil Rivers are going to roll. And I got Wendell easily taking this one down.
Yeah, I mean, we've given Mike a pretty hard time, and we've outlined the reasons, and I think they're all pretty valid reasons. But the guy's got a decent team. He's been, he's hit some fucking buzzsaws every week, and Scotty is not healthy. The guy's he's struggling right now. I think Wendell wins pretty easily.
Yeah, agreed. All right, man. What are you looking for? Week 6. What do you got your eye on? What are you thinking?
I'm doing a little bit of soul searching, honestly. Pretty, internal here, but team came off a rough week. A little bit down on things, but overall, I think the league is fun, man. We're all pretty competitive. Sans Wendell right now, but I think he gets back on track this week. And honestly, I think the thing I'm really looking forward to the most, and I'm pretty upset I can't be around for it, is your bachelor party. Can't wait to hear some stories, and I think we'll get some good material for the final edit of the show. So, live it up. I know it's the last, you get married in a month, I think. Dude,
it's been a long day, huh?
Yeah, a lot of these things. But anyway, looking forward to seeing what comes out of that, the stories, the Snapchats, the text messages. But it should be an interesting week 6.
It's going to be a good week, man. I think we're going to be pounding the pavement out there and doing a couple manager interviews, and it's going to be great to have everybody in the same room, or not everybody, but maybe 5 or 6 of us. So looking forward to it as well. Can't wait. That's all I got.
Gentlemen, good luck. Week 6. I mean, we are, I think, 7 weeks from the playoffs.
Got it.
So things are coming up. Pretty quick. So
goosebumps.
Make a break time, man. It's this is go time. Good luck, week 6. Have fun in Maryland,
Virginia,
Maryland,
West Maryland.
You're right. Okay.
In between.
Have fun, do it big, make some good content, and good luck in week 6. Test a good show, man. I will talk to you next week.
Sayonara.